Hello there, students. I welcome you to another episode of this lesson. My name is Teacher John, and welcome to Senior High Oral Communication in Context. In Module 2, you have learned about the models of communication. You have realized how the different elements of communication work together to achieve a successful communication transaction. Now, let us find out if you can still remember your previous lesson by answering the activity below. Communication is a process of exchanging thoughts, ideas, and opinions in order to connect with other people. Its goal is to achieve a clear and effective understanding, resulting to good relationships in the community. However, there are times when this goal is not reached due to certain factors. When this happens, there is communication breakdown. Direction. Identify the reasons for the communication breakdown in each picture. Write your answer in a separate sheet of paper similar to the box below. The elements involved in communication are important in the success or failure of this process. These very same elements can pose a threat to the efficiency or effectiveness of the process. Communication breakdown may occur when problems in any of the elements involved arise. They become barriers to communication. Simply put, communication breakdown results when the intended message of the sender is not understood exactly by the receiver. Barriers to communication are present. Recognizing the barriers or obstacles to effective communication is important in order to avoid communication breakdown. Here are some of the barriers that may cause communication failure. Physical barriers. Psychological barriers. Cultural barriers, and linguistic barriers. Physical barriers are the natural or environmental conditions that act as a barrier in communication in sending the message from sender to receiver. Did you understand? Of course you don't, because that is an example of a physical barrier. Physical barriers are the natural or environmental condition that act as a barrier in communication in sending the message from sender to receiver. Examples: people talking too loud, noise from a construction site, loud sound of a karaoke, and blaring of jeepney horns. I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in. Psychological barriers are called mental barriers. This is referred to social and How about this? Can you easily understand what he's saying? That is because he is shy. When a person is shy, he can't say words clearly. That is why the listener might not be able to understand or grasp the message effectively. And that is an example of a psychological barrier. Psychological barriers are called as mental barriers. These refer to social and personal issues of a speaker towards communicating with others. Example: trauma, shyness or lack of confidence, depression, fear or stage fright.
Genuine, yeah, I'm sick of being screwed. Feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in.
Cultural barriers pertain to communication problems encountered by people regarding their intrinsic values, beliefs, and traditions in conflict with others. People's culture affect the way they communicate and relate to others. Examples: different beliefs, traditions and customs, manners of dressing and speaking.
Do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah.
Linguistic barriers pertain to conflicts with regard to language and word meanings. Because words carry denotative and connotative meanings, they can sometimes cause confusion and misunderstanding. Meaning of words and symbols also vary depending on culture. Examples: difference in language, accent and dialect, use of jargon and slang, speech defects or language impairments. I hope you learned something from this video. To further understand the topic, you may answer the activities in the assessments provided in your module. You may check your answers using the answer keys provided at the back. Now, if you learned something from me, please hit that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell to be updated by my next video lesson in oral comm. See you and be safe. Bye bye!
I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable.